Hello and welcome to episode 17 of my Sky Factory Let's Play. I'm our Mystic, and today we are going to continue working with Dartcraft. Hopefully we will have everything we need this time, because I figured out how to get snow, and that is with magical crops. So we will be looking at magical crops for a little bit, but those take forever, even with a watering can. So we will do that, and then we will start working on the Dartcraft. I have already planted the magical crops and upgraded, but I'll show you the process that I went through so you can do it as well. Okay, first let's get our water bucket, and I think that's all we need for now. So, basically what I did, let me just show you what I did here to get the essence seeds, because that's the first thing you need. The first thing you need for magic crops are essence seeds. So let's get our force mitt that I showed you how to make it last time. And we'll go through what I did to get all of that. So I went over here to grass. And I used bone meal on grass to make, or on the grass block to make grass. Then I clicked, hit it once, because you gotta be very careful, because that's why there's wool right here. Is because I held it down too long, and it broke a hole in it. Like that. And I don't have anything to patch it with, so we just gotta be careful. Okay, so basically I did that for a very long time to get the essence seeds. They're very small drop rate. Well, let's just go here for just a second and see. See, right there. I need to patch that. That's one bad thing about making an area like this is just one thick. Another one. Luckily we don't need this area really badly for right now. But anyway, I'm getting all these seeds from magical crops. See, raspberry seed, magical crops, crops and food. So eventually, once you do that for a while, you will get essence seeds. Okay, and I'll show you what those look like, just so you know. I want to go fill that stuff in really quickly here. Dirt. I don't have any dirt. Sigh. We'll just get some wool out of here. We need more than that. Actually, we'll just get some cobblestone, because why not? Okay, so let's sleep, because who wants to be in the dark right now? Oh, by the way, I also have some dust running through the sieve. I have 27 stacks of dust going, I think. Whatever 3 times 9 is, which I think is 27. Okay, that's all filled in. We'll fix it later. Just, I'm gonna convert that place at some point into something else in a later episode. But let's get all this stuff out of here. Okay. So, once you have the essence seeds, let's put all this stuff away. Once you have the essence seeds, which look like this. Essence seeds look like regular seeds, except they're darker green. So these are essence seeds right here. Now, you want to plant the essence seeds into the ground. And this is what they look like when they're done. They have a green top on them like that. And the essence seeds give you nature essence, essence dust, and weak essence. Okay, let's see if we can get a weak essence here. Nope, no weak essence. That's fine. And if you use the watering can that we made earlier, and you right click and hold right click on a 9x9 area, everything in that 9x9 area will grow faster. So, to start magical crops, you need to get essence seeds. You can do it with one. You can start it with one. You don't need a bunch of them. But you have to sit here and do this if you don't want to wait. So I had 3 to start out with, I believe. And I just sat here with the 3 and did this until all 3 of them were grown, which can take some time. Still got 1 more to grow. And then I would break them and hope that they drop extra seeds, because they do not always drop extra seeds. Like there, see, we have 10, start out with 9, we have 10. So we made 1, and then I would replant them, plant the next layer, or plant all the seeds that I had, and let the ones outside of the 9x9 just grow, while I did this with the 9x9, or not 9x9, the 3x3. And so that's what I would do over and over and over again, until I had a bunch of essence. All this right here is essence crop. Okay, then let's get the basic seeds out. We have fire seed, dye seed, earth seed, water seed, air seed, and coal seed, I believe. Yeah, I believe those are the basic weak essence crops. Okay, as you can see, I also made some more barrels that I'm still working on. That's why the birch is here instead of the rubber, because I needed wood. So let's put all this stuff away that I got. Okay, now we have each of these seeds. Okay, so let's go into NEI. See, this is the weak essence, by the way. That's what the weak essence looks like. We'll get to these two in later, the regular essence and the strong essence. So if we go to the NEI and we look at essence, and we right click on the weak essence. We'll talk about that in a sec, but this is how you make the weak seeds. You use 4 weak essence, 4 coal, and a seed, a regular vanilla Minecraft seed, to get a coal seed. You do the same with dye, with the different colored dye, water buckets for water, lava buckets for fire, dirt for earth, and glass bottles for air. This, I have no idea what this is yet. I haven't gotten to that. You can also make infused coal, which I'm not sure what that's for, but you can do it. So that's how you get these basic seeds, okay? And these seeds are where we're going to get snow, okay? Because each of those seeds give you an essence. We have coal essence up top there. We have an air essence there. We have fire essence, water essence, and earth essence, also dye essence. If you want to look at what each of those does, it's here. So let's go to the air essence. The 3 air essence down like that will give you 6 feathers. 2 air and 2 water will give you 32 snowballs. That's where we get our snowballs from. 2 air and 2 water. Okay? Infused feather, I'm not sure what that's for. Let's look at a few other things. What do we have here? Coal essence is right here. You right click on it. 8 coal essence equals 12 coal. You can also color bricks, it seems, with bricks and glowstone and wood with the essence. That might be fun with some building. Okay, so that's the first tier. Now the dye one is different colored dye and like ink sacks you can do and everything. The dirt, earth is leaf blocks, which would be nice. I didn't know about this, but if you can start magical crops early, you can you don't have to deal with trees, and then clay's easier to make, and so earth and fire would be awesome because you can do cobblestone before you get a cobblestone generator if you get the magical crops growing. So if you want to focus on magical crops first, you build out a platform, get some dirt going, sift to get grass seed, and then just do magical crops. That's one way of doing it. So that's something that you should know if you're planning on doing a Sky Factory or something like that. Is if you have magical crops in there, magical crops might be a good way to go. Okay, so there's the dirt. Anyway, so that's the first tier. That's the weak essence. That's what this makes. See, coal, that's the weak essence. And so here's this thing. Okay, so you have what's called an infusion stone. To make an infusion stone, no. To make a weak infusion stone, which is the first tier of infusion stone that you need to make, you need a diamond or emerald and 8 essence dust, and that will make you a weak infusion stone, which I have right here. This is a weak infusion stone. Okay. So you use the weak infusion stone to turn essence dust into weak essence, and you take 8 coal essence or dye essence, any of the first tier of essence, the dye, the water, the fire, the earth, the coal, the air. You put that around a weak infusion stone to get a regular infusion stone. Okay. So here's where the next tier of seeds comes in. You take 4 weak essence around just like this, around a regular infusion stone, and it turns it into a regular essence. So you right click that, and you can see here's redstone seeds that we have over there. 4 redstone, 4 regular essence, and 1 seed equals a redstone seed. That will give you essence to make redstone, which is awesome. Same with glowstone, obsidian, copper, tin, and rubber. Rubber is fantastic. That's the first seed redstone and rubber are the first 2 seeds that I made. Okay. So now we have this. So for this, we already have the regular. You know how to make the regular. You use coal essence or any of the first tier essence around a weak infusion stone to make a regular infusion stone. To make a strong infusion stone, you use any of the second tier: glowstone, redstone, obsidian. It looks like glowstone, redstone, and obsidian are the only ones. So redstone, glowstone, or obsidian essence around a regular infusion stone will give you a strong infusion stone. Okay. Where am I at? I'm here. Okay, so we did tier 1, and then we did tier 2. Now we're working on tier 3 because tier 3 takes a lot. Okay? Because for tier 3 you need strong essence. And it takes 4 regular essence, which takes 4 weak essence to make. So you only get weak essence. You have to actually create the regular essence. So that's why I have so many essence crops compared to all the others. But let's see what we use, okay? Iron. 4 iron makes iron seed. That's awesome. Gold. Blaze rods, which I don't know how to get blaze rods, but that's there. Ender seed. This is the first one I made. First one I made was ender seed because we will be using a lot of ender pearls. I want to make some ender pearl generators at some point and start getting into AE. Lapis. Lapis is always a good thing. Experience. So an ender pearl, a gas tier, a magma cube, and a blaze rod gives you experience seeds. It's pretty much self-explanatory, I think. We also have nether seeds, nether brick, which we don't know how to get yet. Leather, cow seeds. You can get leather, creeper seeds with gunpowder, magma seeds, skeleton seeds, slime, spider, And you can just look through all these recipes. Ghast is something we should make too at some point. Strength, bunch of potion seeds it looks like. Silver, lead, Certus quartz, which is something we'll need for AE, so that'll be good. Ardite and Force is something we'll need for Darkcraft. Ferrous, Infused Shards is Thaumcraft. Okay, so that's the next stage. And the Infusion Stone is the same thing. You use the essence from the tier 3 on a strong Infusion Stone to make an extreme Infusion Stone. Okay, and so that's what you need. You need an extreme Infusion Stone plus 4 strong essence to make an extreme essence. So, extreme essence is where all the money's at. Diamond seeds. Emerald seeds. Wither skeleton seeds. This is how you get wither skulls, I believe. Obsidian defend. I don't know what I don't know what these are, like what these do. It looks like gives you more durability, gives you more health. Of cobblestone void, water orb, which is more durability, essence infused armor, essence weapons, cobalt and platinum, and then more platinum. I don't know what the difference is between the two, but yeah. So that's all the different things you can do with the magical crops, but it does take some time because you go from weak essence. Well, we need to swap those at some point. From weak essence to regular essence to strong essence to extreme essence. You can use this, but you don't really get a lot. So I have all of this essence so far. Just to show you, let's get 8 redstone. We've been having a lot of redstone problems because we use a lot of it. But if you get 8 redstone and do like that, you get 24. So for 8 plants, 8 magical crops, you get 24 redstone. Bam. Just like that. Alright? So magical crops is a fantastic thing to have. It's a fantastic thing to use. The biggest problem is it takes a lot of time. Because for each individual one of these different types of plants here, I sat here with one plant starting out, or, you know, one of each kind of plant, and I just sat here with the water bucket, or with the watering can, and I just sat here and waited till it grew. Hopefully this one will grow. I'm not sure if there's something about lighting or not, so I'm gonna go sleep just to make sure. But sometimes they don't grow and you have to go do something else and then come back later. But there's only a small chance that you'll get an extra seed, so it does take a lot of time. I don't know how long it took me, but I've pretty much done nothing but magical crops since last episode, and it's day 345. This is an ender crop, if you look at the Wayla up top. It grew to 86% and it's mature. That's what the ender looks like. So we break it, we only got 1 seed, so we do it again. Okay, I'm not going to do that right now because I want to make the snow, but I want to keep up on harvesting this stuff. Okay, so this is rubber here. I have all of the essence seeds that I have are all in 9x9, so if I need redstone and I'm out of redstone and I need redstone, I can just use my watering can on the redstone itself over and over again without having to do anything else. My plan is to make platforms for each of these essence, each of these seeds, so have a 15x15 platformer and have 14x14 dirt like this. Maybe a little different so I can move the water. I don't like the water being here. But just have this whole thing filled with one type of crop, and then another platform out that way with another type of crop for magical crops. I want a just huge field. I want just platforms after platform of magical crops to get all of the stuff that I need, all of the materials. So that's what we're gonna do eventually. But before we end the video, which we're going to end soon, because I spend a lot of time on this, which is fine. I also have it hooked up here, so let's just throw all this stuff in here. I also have 32 speed upgrades in here. I need to do double, but I still have to do that side and that side with speed upgrades before I start doing the full stack in each one. So we need some snow. So the way we get snow, if you remember, 2 water essence, 2 air essence. So we take the essence into the crafting table and we put it like that. Snowballs. Then we take the snowballs, we'll do half of them. We don't have any charcoal. Coal is fine since we have coal essence. It's not that big of a deal. Plus we have 21 stacks and we cook it. Is that how you do it? How is this made? Oh, it's just shadeless crafting. Okay. Alright, snow cookie. What do we put the snow cookie on? Let's find out. So, this, we started with all that magical crops just to get snow cookie. Does it go on like a helm? No. Okay, what would it go on? This is made out of snow. Let's try a shovel. Our mob farm is going alright. We got a few more spoil bags. We got a division sigil. Which if you don't know what that is, we'll get into that at some point. What was I here for? Ah, force. Are the force sticks in here? Do we need to make more? Nope. I don't remember what the snow cookie was for. Because I've never done the snow cookie. It may not even be for a shovel. It may be for something else. I don't know. But we'll find it. We'll find out what it's for. Is it for this? No. Okay. Guess if we would spell it right, that'd be better. Arrows, maybe? How do you make an arrow? A feather, a force stick, or a bow? Actually, a bow might be okay. Let's make a force bow and force arrows. So we need some string, which is over here. How's that made again? Sticks, okay. A feather. Where are the feathers? Over here? Feathers. Okay. So let's make the bow. We don't have any more sticks. So let's make some sticks here. Alright. Force nugget, 6 arrows. Okay, hopefully the bow and arrow is what we need. I don't know. I have no idea what we need. I guess I could look it up. But let's just try this stuff. A bow. Aha! Bow is the way to go. That was stupid. Okay, so we're infusing the bow with a snow cookie, which will give us freezing. Okay, that we are also tier 3, and we've unlocked some other stuff. This is a repair some sort of dust left behind by a flask-wielding lunatic. Spiders aren't the only ones who weave this silky material, so that's a web. This is an arrow? A crafting table. Item cards. We need to make an item card. Okay. So guys, we looked into magical crops. We're working on Darkcraft still. But I'm going to end the episode here. Going to get the materials, all those materials set up for next time. And hopefully next time we will be able to finish up Darkcraft. And maybe start flying, because that would be fantastic. We'll get a full set of armor, fully infused with everything we need. And all of that fun stuff. So guys, have a great day, and peace out.